What if I told you that your outer physical reality that you're experiencing is not happening to you, but rather it's happening because of the world that you have going on within you? Jesus says the kingdom of God is within you. You see, everything is energy. And Nikola Tesla said, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. We, as humans, have the power within us to change our energy, our frequency, or our vibration so that we can create a new and desirable world on the outside of each of us. We change our energy by changing the way we think, by changing the thoughts that we continually hold, our beliefs, and the emotions that we feel. It is super powerful to heighten our awareness so that we can be aware of who we're being and what we're thinking and deliberately alter who we are by the thoughts we continually think. For as a man thinketh, so is he. Sometimes our outer worlds can prove to be difficult. I see this all the time when I explain this type of material, or I see other people explaining it. There's always many people that say, how can I find happiness or change when my outer reality sucks? When I'm sick and I'm beaten, abused, and I'm a victim of all these things. And guess what? What a valid question. And it is true. How can you find happiness in incredibly difficult situations? How can you change? I didn't manifest this. I don't want to have this on the outside. Well, nobody does. But I am here to give you a tool. Look, you're not going to change your life 100% in a day or a week or a month. This takes time. I've been practicing the law of attraction for 8 years, and trust me, it has been no easy journey because I've had to get past my ego, open my mind, and make changes that there were changes that were hard for me to admit that I want to make. It's not an easy task. This is not for the weak. So if you're not up to the task, you might as well just close this video down now and continue living the same life that you've always lived. But if you want your life to improve and get better, then stay here and watch this video. No matter how much of a victim you feel like you are, even in the worst situations that you might be in, take heart and start taking control of your inner world so that you can start to slowly, deliberately manifest a better outer world. It takes time. I say this analogy in almost every video, but it rings true more than anything else. If you go to the gym, you don't work out once and expect to be jacked. It takes constant, deliberate effort in order to make the change. You have to be consistent. In order to get jacked or in really fit shape, you have to consistently go every day for an extended period of time. If we want our outer worlds to change, look, I'm sorry, there's a lot of law of attraction videos online that are clickbaity and they're saying, hey, do this magic formula, put crystals under your bed, do this magical process and everything's going to change tomorrow, you're going to win the lottery. It doesn't work that way. Sure, maybe it can, but let me ask you something. How many times have people won the lottery and maintained the money and the status that the money that it gave them? Very few people do, because they're not a person who is wealthy within. You have to change from within. This takes time. Now here's the deal. Okay, this is the good part about it. Yes, not everything's going to change instantly, but you will notice little improvements. And as you notice the improvement, you go, aha, ooh, if I've been going to the gym for 3 weeks, after 3 weeks, I'm going to look at the gym and go, hey, look at that. I'm making some change. Wow, I'm not jacked yet, but I see some improvement. And guess what? My confidence goes up. My belief level goes up. But now here's the tricky part. This is where a lot of people get lazy and they stop. They go, nah, I don't want to do it anymore. It takes work. Going to the gym every day for 45 minutes or an hour, or not every day, maybe, a few days a week. I don't feel like it today. Changing the way that I think today, nah, I don't want to sit here and think about something. I want to just keep grabbing things on the outside to make me feel better. I'm not going to sit down and meditate or try to transmute the energy within myself to think more positive. I don't want to do that today. And we start to get lazy. I mean, this happens all the time. When I go to the gym, always at the beginning of the year, there's tons of people there. I've made New Year's resolutions. After a month or two, they all quit going. It's back just to the regular crew who's always at the gym. So if you want to win, you got to have the attitude of a winner. You got to stick to this. You've got to stick to it, and you have to make the change, and you have to want it bad. And most of the time, you want it the most because life has finally kicked you in the balls enough that you're like, I've got to make a change. I can't deal with the pain anymore. And you have this huge, massive energy that just shoots out, and you are determined. I am going to make a change. That's it, period. I am done living this old life. Why do we have to get to that point to make change? Why don't we just make the change now? You have to see, it has to become who you are. It has to become the way you are, the way you constantly think. Aha, I'm in control and I have the power. Sure, everything on the outside sucks. Think of Jesus, okay, when he's being abused by his abusers, the soldiers, whatever, the Roman soldiers, and they are put the crown of thorns on him and they're whipping him and they make him carry his own cross and they nail him to it. He says, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Let us take the same attitude. He didn't blame the outer world for his circumstances. He took ownership for what he was meant to go through. Let us take ownership for what we are going through, just as he did. Now, I'm not like a religious person, okay? But what a great example of a figure who did not blame his outer world and his outer circumstances. Instead, he kept his integrity for who he was. The difference is, unlike what happened with Jesus, when we change our inner worlds, our outer world must change. It is law. Just like the law of gravity demands, things must fall to the ground. The earth, because of its mass, will pull objects unto itself. Just like us, when we learn how to focus and shift the way we think and our energy, it will create mass on an energetic level and will draw unto it things of the same frequency. So when you put out vibrations of love and gratitude, and you focus on that, and you generate the emotion of that, and you do this regularly, you're creating a ball of mass, a mass of energy. And that energy has a frequency, just like Nikola Tesla said. If you want to know the secrets, think in terms of vibration, frequency, and energy. As you have this energy, the law of attraction responds, and it brings things unto you of the same frequency because of who you're being. It's like magic. I can't tell you how many times I manifest things in my life that you're like, there's no other way that this could happen. I have so many stories. And then I have a lot of stories too where I've been the victim and I'm trying to blame the outside and I'm trying to fix some things in my life by reaching on the outside. I'm no saint. I am nowhere near a saint. But I have learned through study and open-mindedness how things work. And it works. And every time it works, it gives me more courage and more belief, and I get better and better at it. And it makes my life better and better every day. Some days are better than others. Okay, now I'm going to stop ranting and give you guys some tools that you can use to actually start making some serious changes in your life a little at a time. Tool number 1. Stop reacting to situations when something negative happens. Instead, start responding. Take a big deep breath when something negative happens. Relax. try to heighten your awareness, recognize what you're feeling, recognize the emotions. Don't reject the situation or what you're feeling. Just be aware of it. Bring your presence into the present moment and decide how you're going to react. Am I going to react from a negative place, or am I going to stop for a minute, take a pause, and try to react from a place that's a little more positive than normal? Okay, so start responding, not reacting. That alone is going to make a massive shift in your life, because you're going to start calming the energy down that you're feeling that's been expanded for so long. Calm down that energy, calm down that expansion. Now, as you do that, you can start transmuting that energy, okay, through thinking a little more positive and giving a new meaning to the negative situations that are happening in your life. Something bad happens, we can say, woe is me, or we can go, hey, what an opportunity for growth. What meaning can I assign this? So that's tool number 1. Tool number 2 is, with those negative situations, use those situations to define what it is you want. Look at this situation and go, I don't want that to happen anymore. I don't want this person yelling in my face anymore. What I want is people to speak kindly to me. I want people to come to me and be respectful and use kind words. That's what I want. And now that you've defined what you want, visualize and feel what it would feel like to get what you wanted. See and feel the energy and the presence of the desire. Really feel it. And from now on, focus on that until everything that, all the emotions and everything that's associated with that starts to embody into who you are. And as it becomes who you are, you just start manifesting that on a more regular basis. And I know this works. I've done it in my own life, and even my son. He was 9 years old. 9 or 10. And there was a kid that was bullying him because my son isn't as tall as everybody else. And I said, don't try to make him change. Change what you have going on within. So he started visualizing these kids being nicer to him, treating him well, treating him respectfully. Because he used to be friends with these guys and they just started making fun of him. As he started visualizing these people being nicer to him, it manifested. They stopped harassing him and were starting to be nicer to him. It works, and it can work pretty fast. Especially as we get better at it. You can change what's happening on the outside by changing what's going on in here. So, powerful tools here. Some extra tools are just read positive books. Stop watching the news. Use positive affirmations. Look up positive affirmations. What are some good positive affirmations to use? Listen to good music. Meditate. There's all kinds of tools that you can use, but first you have to be aware and stop reacting and start responding. And then use those situations to define what it is you want. And then when you define what it is you want, the third step, start to visualize and feel the presence of what it is you do want, and allow your focus to be drawn there more often than in the opposite direction. And as you do, the positive energy ball will start to accumulate mass and attract unto it the same frequencies as well. And then that's what will start to manifest in your life. I hope these tools are helpful for you guys. Be consistent. Don't expect a miracle cure to come save you. You have to save you. And you save you by changing from within and being consistent and deliberate and not giving up. Know what it is you want. Feel it from within. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future content. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.